No, but what I did do, first day I filmed, is they put me on a crane and they winched me up about 100 feet and then they dropped me. So that final portion of the scene where I hit the K and you see me pulling a face a bit like this, it's not acting, I'm genuinely terrified. So no, I didn't jump out of a plane, a team of very talented stuntmen did, but I did fall a great height with clinging onto Sophie, who plays Roxy's legs, panicking, and yeah, trying not to go to the toilet in my costume. Yes?
What was one of your favorite scenes to act in, now that you've seen the whole thing, what was one of your favorite scenes that you saw as an audience member?
Oh, killing Michael Caine, definitely.
Woo!
I mean, you can say they killed Michael Caine and Samuel L. Jackson in the first film. I love that scene because Michael's a bit of a hero of mine, and I think it's a really, witty scene. I think it's really well written because there's kind of quite a lot of exposition in there, and I don't think it's not jarring. I just had a really good day filming it. As an actor, sometimes there's days where you just really, really enjoy it, and I think it makes for a more engaging scene, and I really felt that day with Michael. It's something that, you know, if I make a show reel, that's going in there, like, you know. So yeah, probably that one. I enjoyed making it and watching it. The gadget scene as well, I love, despite that awful costume Matthew made. But yeah, probably those two. Yes?
You had shot the dog.
Oh.
What am I going to say? If I say yes, I'm feeling
out
like
there forever.
I feel like I'm winning you over. If I say yes, then I'm going to lose you all immediately. You know? So even if I am a secret dog hater, I'm obviously going to go, no, of course not. No, of course, no, I would never shoot a dog, even one as charming as George, who plays JB. But no, I'm not. I have to confess, a bit more of a cat man. But no, thank you. I did not think I'd receive a round of applause. But just because I'm not the biggest lover of dogs in the world doesn't mean I can put a bullet in there. Yes? It's quite weird filming me and asking a question. Did I ever receive any of my costumes? But it's the premiere in the UK on Wednesday, and I am wearing a Kingsman suit, as is Colin Firth from the line, because you know you can very soon you'll be able to buy the costumes and some of the gadgets and things online. So no, I didn't run away with that suit, and if I had, the arms would be too big now because I'm not in the gym as much as I was. But no, I am wearing a suit this Wednesday. I don't intend to give it back.
You earned it.
Yes. Yeah. You're next.
Yes. What do you think of San Francisco?
I have driven through it for 15 minutes. But what did I say? I said my delightful publicist Claire is over there, and I said, isn't this gorgeous? It's lovely. My best friend came here a year ago for New Year's Eve, and he is from a seaside town where I'm from called Aberystwyth in Wales. And we are sort of inextricably entwined with that bit of the world. We love it very much. And when he came back, he said, that is the only other place I've ever visited in my life I feel I could live. So I think that's quite, it's going to be quite good, isn't it?
Now it's your turn.
I had a fair bit. There were two chaps who were always on set with us with guns because most of what you see is us shooting blanks. Trying to shoot blanks and not blink is the hardest thing in the world. But what I used to do, apparently Jackie Chan, like, fires off a few just before he does a shot, so he gets used to it. He goes, bang, 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 okay, roll the camera. And I did a lot of that. But I did quite a bit, yeah. You kind of have to do a bit because when you fire blanks, there is a kick on it. So if you don't know what you're doing, then it's not safe. I mean, that being said, I'm not the most proficient in the world, but just enough to make me look like, you know, just enough to make me look cool with it.
Questions? Make sure we. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's like a lot of big name actors in this movie. What was your daily preparation like? And I guess showing up to work every day instead of an off actor.
Yeah. No, I was in every day. Yeah, I did all day every day. In the morning I would have an egg white omelette, potentially with some meat and some peppers in, something just really bland and unpleasant. And then I would do the gym for a couple of hours. And then get suited and booted and go. I'm not a big, I don't sit in this kind of Buddha position and get into the zone of ecstasy. I'm not really that kind of actor, but yeah, there's something about going through the rigmarole of putting on the costume and all of that gym stuff's great as well, because if you're playing someone who needs to feel incredibly capable and self-assured and confident and can save the world, I found all of that physical stuff really helpful for that, and Colin said the same actually, because he did a lot of work too. There's something about getting your body in a certain shape that makes you feel capable and strong, and I think that definitely bleeds into how the character appears on screen, I think. This chap in the green's had his hand up a couple of times.
All right. Chap in the green.
So you can't comment on Cyclops, but if you could have any role that you wanted for your next film,
Can I withdraw my last statement? Well, I know what my next role is. I'm going to make a film with Hugh Jackman about Eddie the Eagle, the skier. So that would probably be exactly what I wanted to do.
after that one?
Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, I really can't comment on the Cyclops thing. I'm not really sure what's going on there or where that's come from. But my friend Nick Holt plays Beast, and he says that's very fun. I don't know. Of course, everyone would like to play a superhero, but this is by no means me saying that I'm about to go and play. What was it, Cyclops? Yeah. So I don't know. I'd like to. I think actually beyond what I do next, it would be really nice to go and do something dramatic. To go do a dramatic piece. Something a bit more naturalistic after having done something heightened like this and very action-based, because variety is the spice of life. Good one for trying to catch me out, though.
There was, yeah.
Do you have any other comic books that you enjoy going back to?
I was a big fan of X-Men as a kid, actually, but we don't really have exactly the same comic book culture that you have. Tends to be that I used to be a big fan of Spider-Man and X-Men as a little boy, but it was generally through cartoons. There's comic book outlets in London, but I grew up in Wales, and they weren't really available to us unless you ordered them from the States. But yeah, the classic Marvel stuff and some DC Batman, things like that, Superman, the classic things really that little boys are into.
I have another question. Speaking of your training and just the proliferation of British actors who can do what I perceive as flawless American accents, do they teach you that stuff, or why are you guys so good at American accents?
Don't know. Do you know what I actually think it is? We are raised on a diet of your culture. We are exposed to your films from a very, very, very young age. There's a twinning of our two nations. I think we are. I don't know what the word is. Americanophiles, I suppose. I don't know. We from when we're little boys and girls, we watch American films. So I think it's something we're constantly exposed to. I think that might have something to do with it, perhaps. And we have in the UK as well. There are a lot of what they call rhotic accents, like a lot of American accents are, with very pronounced R's. So it's slightly. But there's something in Cornwall, and for example, and obviously in certain bits of Scotland, there are similarities, so I think that might have something to do with it as well.
All right, well, I just want to say, okay, it looks like we've got one more question.
What was your workout routine before the film, during this film, and did you pick up any sports?
My workout routine, basically, what I did is I entered into a gym with a man named Ruda, who I love, but I never want to see ever again in my life. And things would sort of glaze over, and I would just experience a world of pain. About 2.5 hours, there would be tears. I would throw dumbbells around. He would get cross at me. I would shout back at him. And that went on for about 3 months, and I went from a sort of doughy couch potato and emerged one day, woke up and went, oh my God, something's changed. In terms of what I actually did, I've got no idea. Yeah, I'd love the chance to do another one actually, because it would be a reason for me to do it again. Because I spent the whole time not being able to enjoy my physique tucked away making the film, really. But yeah, it's kind of classic stuff, really. But it's mainly my greatest weakness is food. I'm a sucker for a burger and a beer, and if to get in shape, it's really is 80% what you that's what I was told, and certainly after I'd done it, that's what I felt it was as well. So it's kind of only eating carbs relative to how much you work out and things, good carbs like brown rice and sweet potato. My God, what a boring question to end with. I'm going to stop myself right now.
Maybe there's one more to end on. Here we go.
That's a really good question. Yeah. Yes, there's a few. I mean, there was a very long script when it was first sort of conceived, when it was first engendered, and there was some great stuff that had to go purely because Matthew and Jane Goldman have got great minds and they had great source material to work with, and there was just not enough that they could fit in the film. There is one very small portion of the fight where I fly through the air and knee a massive goon in the chest with my pistols like this. And when it wasn't in the film, I was heartbroken. But, I intend to send an email to Matthew Vaughan regarding the deleted scenes very soon.
All right.
Go on.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, can you tell us something about the villainess with the spring now? I'm sure she was acting, she doesn't normally have those. Tell us about her.
Sophia Botella, he wants to know about Sophia Botella. Who doesn't want to know about Sophia Botella? Sophia is an actress who has been a dancer in the past. She was I think she may still well be the face of Nike. She does a lot of Nike campaigns. She's sort of Madonna's lead dancer, from what I believe. But aside from her background being in dance, it's acting she's pursuing now. She's a wonderfully talented actress. She's not an amputee, no. I know that originally they hoped they would be able to use a real amputee, someone who really has prosthetic limbs. But for what they wanted to achieve with the film, it was simply not possible. But they did try. But Sophia is a very, very lovely. I think she's Parisian actually, but now lives in LA. And she's very sweet and very, very lovely, and quite scary actually when you fight with her. No, man, no. I was there. Me and Colin were sort of lumbering around the gym, and she was bouncing off the walls and things. Yeah, she was great.
All right.
So this lady's desperate. Go on. This really is the last one.
Okay.
Did I kiss the princess? No, I didn't. I would have loved to. She's gorgeous, wasn't she? No, alas, it was not to be. It's all acting, that, that was all just make believe.
You sold it too well.
All right, well, I think we're still going to do this meet and greet. Okay, so if you are interested in the meet and greet, please line up by this exit door right here. Other people, please exit as quickly as possible. And thank you so much for joining us. Please join me in the